Let's start right here at number 8. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, Justin. You're an obvious candidate to be one of the playing leaders on Team USA because of your experience and your success. I'm curious if you agree with that, if you feel like that's a responsibility you have, and if yes, what does that mean to you? What kind of things do you do as a leader?
I mean, my experience isn't really there. I mean, I've only played one Ryder Cup. I mean, I've been fortunate to, play in a lot of events and have some success in the individual events I played. But in terms of a Ryder Cup, I mean, this is my first one in the States. I'm looking to the captains. I'm looking to, Jordan, Brooks, DJ, the guys that have played in the Ryder Cup in the States, if I have any questions or anything like that. But I mean, my role, I'm looking at it on this team is whatever it needs to be. I mean, I will help the rookies or help the first timers if they need it, if they want it. I will, I'm still going to be myself. I'm still going to be sarcastic. I'm still going to have fun. I'm still going to needle people. I mean, that's just who I am. And I mean, at the end of the day, my role on this team is just to try to be relaxed and go out and get a point whenever Strick wants me to go play. And whatever they need from me, whatever they don't need from me, if I play 5, if I play 1, I'm just going to try to get as many points as I can and try to make the week as enjoyable as I can for everybody on the team.
Thanks. Over here on your left, Jeff Babineau, 19.
Justin, you've accomplished a lot of things on a lot of different stages. What did playing so well in Paris do for you confidence-wise?
I mean, it did a lot. I would have preferred to go 0-5 and us win the cup, but it did a lot for me just to know that Furyk, Captain Furyk had the confidence in me to play me that much and to put me out first in singles was probably one of the the best honors that I've ever received. I mean, without him, if he doesn't know that or if he does, I mean, it just was it was really cool. And I don't know. I mean, I took a lot from it, but like I said, it's a team event, and what I did in France is irrelevant because we didn't get it done as a team. And like I said, I'd gladly go 0-5 this week if that meant that we brought the cup back on our soil.
Mark on 4.
Hey, Justin. Just kind of curious from your experience in France, what do you feel like some of the secrets to success are as a rookie in this competition? Obviously, you've got 6 here, and can that be an advantage because everybody's kind of wide-eyed and stoked, or can it be a disadvantage because you haven't experienced that first tee and that kind of thing?
Well, I think when you look at, your rookies are, a 2-time major champion and Colin Morikawa, or a FedEx Cup champion and Patrick Cantlay, and a gold medalist and Xander Schauffele. It's when you're looking at guys like that are your rookies, that says a lot about your team. And I think at the end of the day, you can dive as deep as you want into the pairings, into who's sitting, who's playing, but at the end of the day, whatever team plays the best is going to win. We have 12 unbelievable players. They have 12 unbelievable players. And it's really just who's going to go out there and get it and who's going to go out and execute the best. And, I mean, I've watched many Ryder Cups on TV, and it's who makes the putts, who flips those matches, who grinds out the halves, and who gets it done. And I'd go to war with these 12 or 11 other guys and our captains like I'm going to do this week. And, I have all the faith in the world in all the rookies. And, I think their experience proves that they are beyond rookies. But it's going to be a fun week. It was a fun week for me in France just in terms of the atmosphere and experience and all. And I'm sure the fact that it's on U.S. soil will help those nerves a little bit.
Let's go 20 and then 21 with Phil. Doug?
Justin, when you said that last night you would have thought you guys were all best friends, I guess the question is, are you all best friends, and why is it important that you at least feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It feels not that we aren't friends off the course. It's just different, It's you're never, not that we're forced to be in the same room, but it's like we're obviously all eating in the team room and we're all together. We're all sitting watching the game together. We're all playing ping pong. We're signing the million flags together that we have to sign. We're doing all these things that we just don't have those opportunities in individual events. Everyone has their own schedule. Their practice playing at different times, arriving at different times, and it's when we get together in normal events, we have that same relationship. It's just we're not all of us are together at one time. The opportunity just doesn't present itself. And, we are. I mean, it's obviously it's not like all 12 of us are just sitting, cross-legged around a circle on the floor just talking about life. But we're all in our just kind of bopping around the room and catching up here and there. And it's been fun.
Thanks.
Phil?
Yeah. Hi, Justin. You're obviously having to wear the Ralph Lauren US team uniform this week. Just wondering, how was that sort of handled in the background? Were there any problems, any discussions? And is there any kind of distraction for you at all this week?
My priorities are a lot more than the clothes that I'm wearing this week. It's about trying to get a point for Team USA and earn as many as I can. And no, it was never even a discussion until just now.
Let's go over to number 7.
Hey, Justin, knowing you're close with Tiger, Stricker's made it clear that even though he's not here, he's still a part of the team. Just curious if you've spoken to him and what his message has been for you guys this week.
Yeah, I mean, I got together with him a couple of times last week, and I mean, more so just going over to see how he's doing as a friend more than as a vice captain, or if he's even still considered that. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, he's so into it. He obviously wants the best for our team. He wants the best for all of us, and it means a lot to him. I think people would be surprised. I mean, they obviously saw it, and y'all saw it in Australia how much it meant to him, but just the amount of work and the amount of hours he's willing to spend to make sure that he feels like the team is prepared and is ready to go as possible is pretty cool. But at the end of the day, he also understands that we're 12 of the best players in the world, and we know how to play golf, and sometimes less is more. So I think he's great at balancing that out. But it was more I'm here if you need me kind of thing.
Number 9, back right for you.
Hey, JT, I'm just curious, what do you think are the qualities that make for a good Ryder Cup teammate or playing partner?
It's a good question. I mean, the format's very dependent. It's, 4 balls, obviously a lot easier. You're playing your own ball. I mean, realistically, don't even have to talk to your partner. You just kind of do your own thing, and it's a lot easier to get in a rhythm. But, foursomes, I think it's pretty important to put 2 personalities together, 2 friends together, 2 guys that get along. Maybe their games complement each other. But it's just, I mean, for me, at least what I've noticed is, I mean, I've been fortunate to play, my record has been good in team events, but you look at my partners in Jordan, Ricky, and Tiger. I mean, I've been very fortunate to have some really good partners, and that's like the number one rule that caddies will tell you of having a good caddy career is have a good player, and it's just one of those things. I mean, we have such a deep, good team that it's not like anybody is a weak link on our team, and it's just about getting the energy similar, I would say, and 2 guys that want to play together, 2 guys that want to go to battle out there for each other, that would take a bullet for each other, and I think we have a team room that's full of that, and I think that's what makes it exciting for these pairings because there's so many options.
Let's go to 26, please. Dan?
Hey, Justin. The Ryder Cup could have likely been played last year, but that would have meant without fans. What does it mean to have the fans here this week, and what role do they play in this event?
They play a huge role. Like I said, I haven't experienced one on U.S. soil, but I'm very excited to, and I think all of us partook in a little bit of a poll last year on how we would want, if the Ryder Cup was to happen, how we would want it. Would it be with, would we rather play it with no fans? Would we rather play it with half fans, or just cancel it? And my number one answer was play it with full fans or nothing else. And I mean, it's a huge advantage to play in front of your home crowd, and it makes the event so special. I mean, it would have been a shame to play this without fans, or even with very, very limited fans. I mean, this is one of the biggest sporting events in the world, and it's a huge deal for the PGA. It's a big deal for us, and I think they did the right thing in pushing it back here to make sure that not only us players but everybody could experience this for what it's worth.
23.
Justin, how stoked are you to potentially again, reunite with, Jordan in a pairing? And if something were to prompt Captain Stricker to have to break that up, would you be receptive to that idea?
I'm receptive for whatever is best for the team. If it means that Jordan and I play every match together, if it means that we split up, everybody is on board with what is best for the team, and I think that's what is most important. That's the thing is, yeah, on paper it's pretty easy to just kind of put matches out, and we got these teams, we got these 4 teams, we got these 4 teams, but things change. Guys, maybe something happens, they maybe tweak something, or they just aren't playing good, or they're tired, or just one guy wants to go, or whatever it might be. I mean, things change, and I think that's something that Strick has the ability to do, and is such a great captain that he's able to adapt on the run. But I'm very excited to have the opportunity to play with Jordan because he's obviously a great buddy of mine, and we get along so well. But I think we understand each other's games well enough to where we know when we're needed, when we're not needed, and pretty much just stay out of each other's way because we're both, pretty good players, and hopefully can go get some points for us this week.
Okay, we're going to wrap it up here at number 5.
You mentioned how nervous and how nerve-wracking that first tee can be. I'm curious, like, when the nerves hit you. Does it hit you when you reach the tee, when you're walking to the tee, when you're warming up? When does it actually arrive?
For me, it was walking to the tee. I mean, France had an absolutely absurd setup there on the first tee, and there was a pretty big bridge, I think, that kind of went from the chipping green that would go over, that would come kind of right down to the left of the first tee and walk on. And I mean, Jordan was great with me because it being my first match and him playing a couple, he'd been in my shoes before, and he probably knew the things I was feeling. And I mean, I remember it like it was yesterday. We were walking across the bridge, and it was 4-ball the first match, and we talked about, 4-ball is pretty kind of lenient on who goes first, who doesn't, but he was just like, do you want to go first or me? And I just was like, I'm going. And he's like, you got it. He understood that, and he's like, you need to do what you're comfortable in this moment, and he knew it was going to take a couple holes for me to settle in, and, I rode my horse till I finally got comfortable, but it's a bizarre feeling. It's hard to explain, but I'm pretty excited to experience it again in a couple days.
Justin, thanks for spending some time with us. Enjoy your day here.
Thanks.